now take the pleasure to introduce Dr. N Krishnakumar, an Associate Fellow, Government Law College, Trivandrum, University of Kerala. He is a PhD from CUSAT, author of several books in law, worked as principal investigator of UGC major research, and did minor research as well, and a well-known keynote speaker for international conferences. A very, very warm welcome, Dr. N Krishnakumar. Please continue with your keynotes.
Good morning to all of you. The respected chair, my friend Dr. Prakash Divagar sir. At the very outset itself, let me congratulate the organizers of the program, and along with that, let me express my sincere gratitude to Prakash Divagar sir, who has provided this opportunity to me to share my views, my humble views on some areas relating to our seminar. Our seminar is mainly related to material, energy, environment, as well as sustainable development. So my presentation will be mainly focusing on three areas. What are the hazards? What are the challenges to environment? How those challenges can be tackled through the idea of sustainable development, how the idea of sustainable development originated. And along with that, I would like to present some models, replicable models from some nations like Philippines and Indonesia, which we can think of adopting in other developing nations also. So let me start with the idea of environment. As we know, this environment is a French term. It is actually derived from the French root, environ, which means to surround. So environmental science means science relating to surroundings. So environmental study means study relating to surroundings. See, the environment, there are major threats to environment, as we all of us know. The major pollutions are 5 or 6 in number there. One is land pollution. Second one is water pollution. Another one is air pollution. Next is sound pollution, atomic energy, atomic pollution. All these are there. So first is, as you know, land pollution. The major villain in land pollution is plastic. Indiscriminate use of plastic, you know. Plastic is now making an insulation around our air surface. So in no time, it will be a great threat to the globe at the global level. It will be a threat in the global level, or it will be a threat to the international community. Similarly, indiscriminate use of fertilizers and manures, that is also causing major threat to land. So coming to the next area, that is water pollution, there are also this indiscriminate use of fertilizers and manures. They when dissolved in the rainwater and they are coming to the river and all and causing so many problems. Similarly, industrial effluents which are put in the rivers, that is also a threat to water. Similarly, oil spillage from this ship and all vessels, that is also causing a film over the water surface, which may annihilate the flora and fauna beneath it. When you come to the sound pollution, most of the vehicles, they are causing so many pollutions. Then from other sources also, sound pollution is increasing day by day. When you come to the atomic energy level, see in the nuclear plants, especially the fast breeder reactors, what is happening is the uranium-238, that is the radioactive material used in it. When it is bombarded with a neutron, it splits into barium and krypton, and along with that, 3 neutrons are also emanated. The issue is the tremendous amount of energy, radiation coming out of it. Again, these 3 neutrons emanating from one uranium fission, that is causing bombardment with 3 other neutrons and producing 9 more neutrons, and again into 3, 27, 81, 243, like that. So this is a chain reaction. In that process, the tremendous amount of energy released therefrom can be used for constructive purpose. That is what we are doing. However, when the controlling mechanism we are using is lead grids and heavy water. That is, this is the controlling mechanism we are using to prevent the hazardous effect of the radiation emanating from this. When it is going beyond a limit, that is a threat to the environment too. So these are the major threats to environment. And as a solution, as a remedial measure, as a curative measure to this issue, in 1972, an international event took place. Some of maybe you may be aware of that. It is through that event, through that first endeavor, we have got the idea of sustainable development. The idea of sustainable development got its origin in the international sphere through that first international endeavor. That is nothing but Stockholm Declaration. You may be knowing Stockholm Declaration was held in the year 1972 on June 5th. So that day we know that 5th June is celebrated as the Environment Day throughout the world. So that Stockholm Declaration derived about 26 principles of development. Major among them is first one, we should preserve the resources, our available resources for future generations also, for the coming generations. Just like ants and bees, they are saving food for future. We should preserve the existing resources, available resources like fuel, coal, petroleum products and all for future generations also. That is a first and foremost principle derived through that conference. Another one is the idea of sustainable development. What is sustainable development? The idea of sustainable development is this. See, we want industrial development, no doubt. If we want growth, we want industrial development. But when the industrial development comes, usually along with that, the environmental degradation also comes. So they are directly proportionate to each other. Directly proportionate to each other in the sense, where there is industrial development, where there is industrial growth, there is development in manufacturing process, naturally that will be causing annihilation, that will be causing issues or challenges to the environment. We cannot isolate these two aspects. They are going together. So what we require is, we want industrial development, no doubt, but that should not be at the cost of environmental pollution, at the cost of environmental degradation. So we should develop industrially, and along with that, we should protect the environment also. Both of them should go hand in hand. Environmental protection and industrial development, both should go hand in hand. That idea is called sustainable development. From the terminology itself, it is clear. Sustainable means that which sustains forever without causing any harm to the environment. But at the same time, development should also sustainable development. That is the idea. This Stockholm Declaration also gave importance to poverty alleviation. As far as India is concerned, it is a grand landmark in the development of India, because after attending this program, the delegate from India is none other than our Prime Minister of that time, Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Mrs. Indira Gandhi attended the program, and after getting inspiration from the Stockholm Declaration, she has adopted the policy of Garibi Ghadao, poverty alleviation scheme in India in the 5-year plans. Another impact of that is that conference is that in 1974, we had a special statute in India, that is in this Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act, 1974. Following that, in the year 1981, we had another statute in India. Indian Parliament passed another statute called Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act, 1981. These two acts, Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974 and Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981, we have envisaged the policy of certain policies for environmental protection in India. And also we have given shape to pollution control boards in the national level as well as the state level. Central Pollution Control Board and the State Pollution Control Board. Anyway, other nations which have participated in the Stockholm Declaration, they also adopted their own ways and means, their own ways and plans, their own strategies for environmental protection. So I would like to mention only two of them, and with that I will conclude my presentation. One is a model in Indonesia and the other one is from Philippines. So let me present those models also. In Indonesia, they are having a special mode of sustainable development and protection of environment. There, when an industrial unit is started, the government imposes certain conditions. Government insists the companies, newly incorporated companies and industrialists to follow certain parameters. If they strictly adhere to those parameters, if they strictly adopt those parameters in their policy of environment, that means if they do not cause much environmental pollution, then they will be given a ribbon, a badge. We call it golden badge. If that golden badge is provided to an industry, they need not pay even a single penny as tax for a certain period. For say example, 5 years. For 5 years, they need not pay tax at all. Second, if they are causing minimum pollution in the sense up to a certain standard, they will be awarded green bands. Green band means green badge. So they have to pay a nominal tax and all, and fees and all. If they crosses a certain limit, if they cross a certain limit, means if the industry is causing pollution beyond a certain limit, they will be put in red list. Red list in the sense they have to face a signal of cancellation of their license. Naturally, they have to be more cautious, or else after a certain period they will lose license and they cannot continue in the field. Those who are passing a very higher level, that is, if the industry is causing much pollution, they will be blacklisted and they cannot run the industry anymore. Government will take over it and hand over the same to the industries which are performing well, that is having golden badge. So this is a model which we can think in other nations also, other nations including India also, as a replicable model of sustainable development in industrial area, industrial sector. Another method we have to think about is a Philippines model, which I have read somewhere. That is, in Philippines, what they are doing is they are making a policy like this. Suppose we are making two toothbrush. Toothbrush means, we are making toothbrush with plastic. This is plastic products. Suppose this toothpaste is made with bamboo or some other perishable, environmentally biodegradable substance like wood or bamboo or something like that. And this toothbrush is made of plastic or some other non-biodegradable material. Suppose the cost of a piece of brush is 10 rupees. Suppose this 10 rupees is the cost of a toothbrush. The person or the industrialist who is producing brush out of this biodegradable material like bamboo or wood or other material, he can sell it at rupees 10. But the other industrialist who is making this kind of brush, with we suppose he is making this brush of plastic or some other non-biodegradable substance, the government will charge an extra amount of tax, so that we call it that is called polluter pays principle. That principle is called polluter pays principle means a person who is causing pollution should bear the burden of, his shoulder should bear the burden of eliminating the hazardous impact of that environmental pollution caused by his product. That is called polluter pays principle. Those who are causing pollution should compensate it. That is the idea. So this person who is producing toothbrush out of non-biodegradable substance, he has to pay an additional tax to the government based on this polluter pays principle. So naturally, if the utility of these two products are one and the same, people will have an inclination to purchase this product instead of this product. Why? Because here he need to pay only 10 rupees, here we have to pay 12 rupees. But the utility is one and the same. This is a method which we can adopt if the people are not willingly, if the people are not willful, or if the people are not desirous of adopting the environmental policy of the government. Government can insist the people to adopt the same through this indirect method. Moreover, this will pass a message to the people also, naturally. Message to the people in the sense, we should not produce these kinds of products. Not only toothbrush, other products also. So if this kind of policy we can adopt in other nations also, naturally we can prevent environmental pollution to a level. Because environmental protection is not a national issue. It is an international issue. That may be the reason why Prakash Divakar sir and his team has adopted this as a major part of our presentation, our seminar and conference. Maybe. Why? Because this is an issue which is threatened, which is a threat to the global, to the international community at large. Suppose a gaseous products emanating from a factory, if it reaches the outer space or sky, it does not remain there. As you know, the earth is moving in its axis. So what happens? The environmental pollution which is caused to our environment will be a threat to the neighboring nation tomorrow. So it is not an isolated issue. It is not a national issue. It's not a municipal issue. It's not a local issue. It's an international issue, which is a subject matter of discussion, debate, and dispute of all times. And I think this is an apt topic for our discussion. And with this humble submission, let me come to the conclusion. Once again, I would like to thank the organizers for providing me an opportunity to share my views. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Sir.
Welcome, sir.
Any questions from eminent dignitaries? Very nice presentation, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.